Hi, this is Indranil and you are watching Business Bites in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. In today's Business Bites, first news we have world's biggest clothing retailer Inditex Group may buy stakes in Zara and Massimo Dutti India from Tata Trent. Second news we have NovoNodisk to phase out human premix insulin brand Mixtard looking towards big business opportunities in India. Third news we have homegrown investment firm A91 Partners raised largest ever fund of $665 million since its inception in 2018. Fourth news we have 361 to buy the local wealth management business of Swiss financial services giant UBS. And fifth news we have Aether Energy is set to launch their 3,000 crore initial public offering on 28th April. In first news, world's biggest clothing retailer Inditex Group may buy stakes in Zara and Massimo Dutti India from Tata Trent. Tata Trent, the fast fashion retailer, is having 23 Zara stores and 3 Massimo Dutti outlets in India and has directly registered their first fully owned firms in India as Berkshire Retail and Zara Home this year, when the Spanish Inditex Group holds a call option to buy a 35% stake in Inditex Trent Retail and 49% stake in Massimo Dutti India from Tata Group's Trent. India is world's most populous country and is an attractive market for apparel brands, especially with youngsters increasingly embracing Western-style clothing. Globally, as well as in India, Zara imitates the latest fashion, making affordable versions and stocking them just for a few days. According to the stake buying agreement, Inditex joint venture firms with Trent have to source merchandise only from the Inditex Group, and even the choice of product and related specifications are at the Spanish company's discretion, where Trent has always termed their holding as a financial investment. Zara entered India in 2010 and turned profitable in the very next year. However, after initially doubling sales every 2 years, the brand's rate of expansion gradually came down in the past few years, when Swedish brand H&M outpaced Zara to become India's largest clothing brand by revenue in financial year 2020 with the help of aggressive store expansion and lower pricing. In second news, NovoNodisk to phase out human premix insulin brand Mixtard looking towards big business opportunities in India. The Danish pharma major NovoNodisk is planning to withdraw a range of insulin formulations which are available in easy-to-use disposable pen and cartridge forms by the end of this year, which include Mixtard 30 Penfill and Flex Pen, Actrapid Penfill and Flex Pen, Insulatard Penfill and Flex Pen, and Mixtard 50 Penfill over the next 6 months. And they will also phase out insulin brand Levemir in Flex Pen and Zaltofi Flex Touch. Premixed insulin is a combination of fast-acting and slow-acting insulin, where NovoNodisk has been the leader for decades in that segment. However, Mixtard in India will be available only in vials, when Mixtard pen variant was easy to administer and has been one of the most commonly used over the years. The phasing out of Penfill Mixtard creates an opportunity for other human premix insulin makers like Lupin, Eris, Eli Lilly, Wockard, and Cadila, when other forms of insulins, which include human insulin from NovoNodisk, will continue to be available in vials and devices for patients across India. Presently, the total insulin market size in India is about 4,367 crore, where 1,233 crore is for human premix insulin market size in India. And with the current trend in increasing the number of diabetic patients, India will continue to be the focus for insulin market for the global and local pharma companies. In third news, homegrown investment firm A91 Partners raised largest ever fund of $665 million since its inception in 2018. A91 Partners, founded by Sequoia India Managing Directors Abhay Pandey, VT Varadwaj and Gautam Mago, which has backed companies like Blue Tokai Coffee, Rare Rabbit, Paperboat, Atomberg, and is among the fastest scale-up in terms of fund size for a domestic investment fund and comes amid an overall cautious private funding market. A91 Partners majorly focus on investing in companies across technology, consumer and financial services, and with this third fund, the company is expected to focus on areas which include premiumization within the consumer sector, insurance and advanced manufacturing. According to the disclosure filed by the International Finance Corporation, the private sector arm of the World Bank Group has committed investing $35 million in A91 Partners Fund 3 with an additional co-investment amount of $30 million when the fund is expected to invest with average ticket size of $10 to $50 million per investment in 15 companies. A91 Partners started with the belief as a patient capital will play an important role in accelerating the value creation in Indian business across sectors and to create a world-class Indian investment firm, especially for those founders who are aiming to build large-scale businesses from India. In fourth news, 360 ONE to buy the local wealth management business of Swiss financial services giant UBS. The Mumbai-based 360 ONE WAM handled 5,79,000 crore or $68 billion of rich investors' money and also entered into an exclusive tie-up with UBS that will help clients of both the firms to gain access to each other's wealth management services. The Swiss financial services company UBS will sell their domestic wealth management business to 360 ONE WAM at 307 crore, when the firm will also pick up a 4.95% stake in 360 ONE WAM. 360 ONE will also buy UBS's local stockbroking and distribution business, discretionary and non-discretionary portfolio management service business, and residual loan portfolio. Presently, UBS is having active asset under management of 26,000 crore as of December 21, 2024. And in fifth news, Aether Energy is set to launch their 3,000 crore initial public offering on 28th April. The Bangalore-based electric scooter startup Aether Energy, which is backed by Hero Motor Corp, is expected to be valued at 9,900 crore pre-IPO and 12,500 crore post-issue, when the offering will comprise a fresh issue of 2,626 crore and an offer for sale of around 350 crore by existing investors, which include Tiger Global Management, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund 3, Three State Ventures Internet Fund 3 and IIT Madras. Aether Energy is also planning for their capacity expansion, where they have a plan to invest 2,000 crore in a new manufacturing facility in Maharashtra with an annual capacity of 1 million vehicles and battery packs. So far in 2025, only 9 companies have raised 15,723 crore through IPO, while in last year, 91 companies have raised 1.6 lakh crore through IPO listings. Aether Energy has reportedly reduced their valuation to about $1.4 billion from a previously estimated $2 billion, which reflects a continued tepid sentiment in the secondary market when the company plans to use the IPO proceeds for their capital expenditure, R&D, marketing and for debt repayment. Last year, the company raised 600 crore in a funding round at a valuation of $1.3 billion. So these were the top 5 business newses from Business Bytes in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. I would like to request you to please subscribe this channel so that you can have all the updates from our end. Thank you very much for watching Business Bytes and signing it off.